What's going on, everyone? So going into the season, it was announced that the starting five would be D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reaves, Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. Even though you had a new head coach, it made a ton of sense that this would be your starting five. These are the five best players on your roster, as well as these five did some work towards the back half of the season last season and had a winning record, one of the best records in all of basketball, or one of the best offenses in all of basketball. And you knew, okay, well, if they can kind of right the ship and have a full season with this starting five under their belt, let's see what they could do. Better coaching, better play calling, better efficiency, right? But the starting five was not without their ailments, right? One, heavily lack athleticism, right? Rui Hachimura, Austin Reaves, and D'Angelo Russell are not really known for their athleticism. Two, right, the lack of rebounding is a real concern. Rui, just, you see his lack of, although this season he's improved rebounding, but last season it was just, and a lot of it was just long ball rebounds, right? Teams are just jacking up threes because the Lakers' perimeter defense is so bad that all they had to do was like, okay, we just got to win a foot race against D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reaves, and Rui Hachimura. We can do that more times than not, right? So you just saw the issues in that regard. And then obviously, again, the defense, the perimeter defense. Lakers being one of the worst defensive teams in the league. It just, you don't have that balance in the starting unit. And the problem is the Lakers, they don't have a lot of two-way guys, right? It's kind of like offensive guys or defensive guys rather than a mixture of both. So it's like, how do you find the best balance? How do you find a proper balance into the starting unit that can better initiate the offense and the defense? And you saw them move D'Angelo Russell to the bench and insert Cam Reddish, which I didn't mind at all, right? I thought Cam Reddish inserted in place of D'Angelo Russell gave you the defense, that point of attack, gave you the athleticism you need, gave you a lot of things that this team just really lacked in just being a better balanced team. And you saw the improvement, right? They haven't lost since they put Cam Reddish into the starting unit. And then Rui ends up going down. Okay, and it's like, okay, well, Rui goes down. What do we do? Well, you inject Dalton Knecht into the starting unit. And you've seen the last few games, and particularly last game, Dalton Knecht, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Cam Reddish, and Austin Reaves are your starting five. And this, I believe, for now, is the starting five that should be implemented going forward. I think this starting five gives you the best athleticism, gives you the best balance and versatility. So a couple reasons. One, Austin Reaves is now the worst athlete in the starting lineup, which is good. It's not D'Angelo Russell, right? Where between Rui, Austin Reaves, and Anthony Davis, Austin Reaves is like your third best athlete, right? Behind LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Now, you don't have to worry about so much about Austin Reaves and his lack of athleticism. You still maintain the point of attack in Cam Reddish, and then the balance of defense, hustle, rebounding, energy, effort, all of those things. Dalton Knecht gives you that athleticism. Now, defensively speaking, on an individual standpoint, Dalton Knecht actually has our worst defensive rating thus far at a 120.4. However, the Lakers as a team are actually better defensively when Dalton Knecht is on the floor at a 115 compared to a 117 when he's out. So the Lakers are actually a better defensive team when Dalton Knecht is on the floor than when Dalton Knecht is off the floor. It's just from an individual standpoint, which means that Dalton Knecht has done a good job of playing within team defensive schemes, but on an island, he's not good at holding his own, right? And you've seen it. A lot of times he's out of position, he's getting backdoored a bunch of times, right? Like, he's got to do a better job, but he's a rookie. He'll get more comfortable. He'll get kind of better balance out there on the defensive side. But what Dalton Knecht provides with the athleticism, with the pressure, right? Obviously his shooting and floor spacing and the way that teams are essentially glued to him, the way that they're glued not to anybody else on this roster, right? And Dalton Knecht is already our best three-point shooter and at volume. And so he makes and opens up so much more for the Lakers. I mean, even Anthony Davis talked about how open the court is with Dalton Knecht on the floor because teams are so worried about Knecht in his ability to go off. He only needs to see one. Once he sees one, that's it. Now it's two, now it's three. Next thing you know, you look up and he's got 21 points in the quarter and hit 7 threes, right? It's like, what do you do at that point? And then his ability to use his athleticism to attack closeouts and, be a sneaky cutter and cut towards the basket and kind of use the back door. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, he's getting a couple just easy slams and layups and whatnot. And then his help on the rebounding side of things and being able to chase down loose balls and just give you that athleticism out on the perimeter, just a much more balanced and better attack, right? And then now your bench can be better balanced on both sides of the ball as well. However, best case scenario, let's say everybody is healthy, everything is right, everything's lined up, everything is good. What should our starting five be? Now, obviously, if the Lakers pull off a trade, that changes things. But just going off of the roster that we have and that we know of and are familiar with, right? What should be the starting five when Vando and Wood and everybody's back healthy and ready to go? Personally, I think that's simple. I think it's Austin Reaves, Dalton Knecht, Jarred Vanderbilt, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. And a couple of reasons. One, the obvious answer is a healthy, back-to-peak Jarred Vanderbilt is better than Cam Reddish. Right? Cam Reddish has done a fantastic job. I don't want to take anything away from Cam Reddish. Jarred Vanderbilt is better when he's on his game, right? He just covers more ground. We've seen it. The guy is spectacular. But you also got to keep in mind, it's going to take a while for him to, A, get healthy, B, get back on the basketball court. But when he does, hopefully, say going into the playoffs, right? Hopefully he's healthy and at his peak. Again, trade could happen, but let's assume as is, right? Going to playoffs, hopefully he's at his peak. I think this is the starting five you operate with. I think Jarred Vanderbilt in this style of offense, as a cutter, as a guy that can, be a slasher, set the hard pick, be a roll man, especially the way that Anthony Davis is shooting the three ball, I think would make it easier to stomach Jarred Vanderbilt being out there on the basketball court and his offensive liabilities. Dalton Knecht and his ability to shoot and on efficiency. I mean, he's shooting, right now, at the time of recording this video, he's shooting 46% from three-point range. That's insane. But hopefully Austin Reaves can kind of figure some stuff out on the defensive side also. He's been rough on the defensive side of things, but he's been rough on the defense side of things too, but shooting the basketball is what I meant to say. Shooting the basketball, he's just had his troubles. But the reason I mentioned the defense is because that would be the concern. Okay, well, what about the defense side? Well, we've seen that Jarred Vanderbilt plus Anthony Davis makes the Lakers one of the best defensive teams in the league. Just those two, because of how much ground Jarred Vanderbilt covers. And you're talking about him being one of, if not the best on-ball perimeter defender in the entire NBA. Gives you the athleticism, gives you the rebounding. Also, again, Dalton Knecht. Lakers are actually better defensively when Knecht's on the floor than without. That point, Austin Reaves, who is, even though Dalton Knecht has our worst defensive rating, Austin Reaves isn't that far behind, and I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the season, once Dalton Knecht gets more comfortable, starts to understand the defensive side of things a little better, I think chances are Austin Reaves will probably be our worst defensive player in that starting unit. But also, even last year, couple things. One, Darvin Ham never played the five-man unit. And two, Jarred Vanderbilt was hurt the whole time. But our best five-man unit, even last year, was D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reaves, Jarred Vanderbilt, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. That was our best five-man unit, even better than the Rui unit on both sides of the basketball, point differential, all of it. It was just an incredibly small sample size. However, when it wasn't? The year that we went to the conference finals. And if Dalton Knecht can be a better version of D'Angelo Russell, as in, continue to be that high-volume shooter and knock down the three ball, play off ball, but also give you athleticism, which D'Lo doesn't give you, as well as help rebound better, which D'Lo doesn't give you, and just be a better defensive player, well, then now things change, right? So now you're just a better overall starting five. I think that this is the correct answer. I think you have to go with Austin Reaves, Dalton Knecht, Jarred Vanderbilt, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis when everyone's healthy and all is right. And then at that point, again, we're assuming that, no trades happen. Then at that point, you're looking at D'Lo and Rui kind of being the main fixtures, being the main pieces off the bench, along with Christian Wood when he's healthy. That is enough offensive firepower between those three to actually be one of the better benches in the entire league. Honestly, like D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, both guys that go get you, 20 plus on any given night. Christian Wood is a guy that in the past has shown the ability to be a 17-6 guy off the bench. And now he's going to have JJ Redick, who's his head coach, that I think is just going to do a much better job than what Darvin Ham did. And then you have defensive pieces like Cam Reddish and, Gabe Vincent. And even though he's been our second worst defensive rated guy, but still, you get point of attack, Gabe Vincent, Cam Reddish, Max Christie, right? You just have better balance, right? So literally your bench five could be, D'Lo, Christie, Reddish, Rui, and Hayes. And you could go Hayes or Wood. And then there's your five. I think you're better balanced. I think that's the right approach. And I just think that now you're better than you have been. And the Lakers have been a good team. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree with my points? Do you disagree with my points? Are you kind of mixed in the middle? How do you feel about it? Whatever it is, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. What starting five would you like to see? Let me know. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.